Jeff, what was the message to your team in the locker room after this one?
We didn't play winning football. We did some things, 2/3 of the triangle we did. We held them 100 yards rushing. We were physical. Really proud of that. Offensively, we rushed the ball over 200 yards. And you can tell we're going to impose our will with our 3 running backs. Passing game was not very clean. Obviously, 3 turnovers are hard to overcome. 8 penalties for 65 yards. A really crucial penalty, calling us lining up over the center on a field goal, which gave them a first down. That'll be an interesting call to go back and look at. So when you have 3 turnovers, 8 penalties for 65 yards, we mishit 2 punts, and we bounced a field goal off the upright. So that's not winning football.
Frank threw those 3 interceptions on 3 consecutive throws. Was there something that wasn't going right for him in those moments, or what did you see on those plays?
One, that the kid made a great play, first one. The second one, just he overthrew the ball, threw it too high. And the third one, I had to watch that. I mean, Frank's usually pretty good, rolling to his left, threw back across his body on the drag route. I haven't really got to see that one up close. But he also came right back down, led us right down the field. How about the throw he made to Houston to keep the drive alive? And, the only things I'd say about our defense, they played incredible. I sky kicked it right before halftime. I really thought about going for it, but our defense has been playing so good. Then they drove down, got the 3 right before halftime, and then their 4-minute offense, they couldn't get them off the field. But Donovan made a great scramble, a great throw to Manjack, and got to give credit to them too. They're a good football team. They're really good, and our kids played their tails off. You just can't have 3 turnovers and 8 penalties.
We've talked a lot about how difficult this offseason was for Frank. Do you think that had any impact on someone?
There's no doubt. I told all the kids, he'll play his way back in. He's a ton of reps behind. He got in about 80 snaps tonight, and he'll get better because of it. Obviously, we got to limit his reps during the week to get him back to the game, but he'll play his way back into shape, which with a lot of our older guys, we're very similar to that. And I'm not making a soft bed for him. I'm just stating facts to you guys.
Did you talk to him any during that 3 interceptions, or what was your message to him maybe after the game?
Just that. I mean, what he did is miraculous. And we played a really good team, played really well. In many aspects, we played much better than last year. We only had like 20-something points at the end of last year regulation. Come on now. And we got to overtime, got some points on the board, so everybody talking about how good we were. And then we ended up throwing for 400, and our running back rushed for 30 last year. So, and we'll get some of that passing game cleaned back up. It's just going to take some reps.
Is there something to, I know you're not a moral victory guy, but that's a Big 12 team, and 2 years in a row it's come down to 1 play. Is there some encouragement there?
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'm afraid if you start doing that, it's just not what we want to be about. We just don't want to be that way. But yeah, I appreciate it. There is something to it, no doubt. But our kids, we don't see ourselves that way. If we do, we'll never get to where we want to be.
I guess another way to ask is, do you feel like talent-wise, scheme-wise, coaching-wise, that you belonged on the field with that team, with the Big 12 opponent?
Their O-line's awful freaking big, man. They're massive up there now. So that's what you got to get to. And our kids play their butts off now. You watch our guys compete. You wonder why they're cramping so much. Well, look at the size difference a lot of times out there. Our kids compete. I'm proud of them. They busted their tails for me.
Kavorian had 100 yards and a touchdown. What were your thoughts on his night?
I just like how the kid always runs. I thought Robert ran hard, and so did Rocco. So all 3 backs gave us confidence that we could play all 3 of those guys in the game. And we, obviously we played Cager before with 2 ACLs, and Brandon, we feel good about those 2 backs as well.
You rolled through a ton of guys at a lot of different positions. Was that heat related, or what went into
It was. My kids won't tell you that, but it's hot as heck out there. And we're playing against some big dudes. And we got to extend a lot of energy to battle out there. So it's the only thing they can do. And I just asked them to give me perfect effort all the time, and they did. So therefore we played darn near everybody.
Jeff, what's your assessment of the play of the O-line? It seemed like they were able to play better against the D-line.
Oh, there's a couple of times we messed up, but we're pretty pleased with how we ran the ball up there. You hate to oversimplify the game, man, but you just giving up a 2-minute drive right before halftime, their 4-minute offense at the end of the game, 8 penalties, 3 turnovers, pretty much summed it up. And it's a couple of punts we didn't hit very well, fumbling the kickoff return, that hurt. But come on, man, it's Chris Carpenter. We've all seen him do it a million times. Well, Lucas is going to be back. Those same kids that were all, that environment, it's different when you're on the road. It's just different, and that'll make us better. It'll make us better, and we'll be back. We'll be back.
Texas State beat Baylor in Waco today, put up a lot of points, and you probably haven't seen that, but I mean, it'll be an interesting week 2 matchup.
Congrats for GJ. It does not surprise me at all. The kid's a wonderful coach. They brought in a lot of players, and it's the new way of football, man. Deion pulled it off, and GJ pulled it off, so everybody's going to start bringing in 75 kids.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, Jeff, appreciate it.